We know you've heard of a prenup, but what about a postnup? I'm Jenny Bradley, owner of Triangle Smart Divorce in Cary, North Carolina. Postnuptial agreements are basically the same as prenuptial agreements, except you sign them after your wedding instead of before. Postnuptial agreements can be signed at any point during your marriage. They're a tool to protect both spouses should a divorce occur down the road. We've found that postnuptial agreements can be even more effective than prenups since they're more realistic. You've been married, you have insight into how your relationship and lives work together, and you have a better idea what you'd need if you separated. There's one downside to postnups, and that is in North Carolina, postnups may not include considerations for spousal support or alimony, except when the agreement is signed during your separation. Postnups, like prenups, also can't address custody or child support because in North Carolina, all of these decisions have to be made based upon the situation when you separate and not your prediction of what your lives will be like then. And listen, these are two huge factors, and many people think, well, if I can't include those, why should I even get a postnup? We get it. But typically, postnups are done when you and your spouse are on good terms and working towards a common goal. That makes the process much easier and saves you the frustration and stress that comes with trying to figure all this out in the middle of a separation. While this is as good of a reason as any to get a postnup, there are other specific reasons people are requesting postnups. There are 3 big events that lead people to a postnup. The first is one spouse or both spouses own a business. If you've started a business during your marriage or your business has grown significantly during the marriage, your spouse is going to have a claim to part of the value of the business if you divorce. A postnup can outline how the business value, as well as ownership, if at all, is divided at separation. A more unique situation we've seen is a client whose business was being bought out by a larger company. The large company requested the business owner get a postnup because they were worried the non-business owner spouse might try to blow up the deal. No matter your specific situation, if you are married and own a business and don't have a prenup in place, you really should consider a postnup. And here's a tip. If you have a married business partner, you should send them this video, unless you want their spouse to possibly become a third owner with you if they get divorced. And if you want to limit how much you can get drug into their divorce, you definitely should get a postnup. Now on to the second reason, which is less fun but more common: infidelity. When cheating occurs in a marriage, it doesn't always end in separation or divorce. But some spouses want to put protections in place just in case the infidelity happens again in the future. It provides some security, peace of mind, and it's just smart. And now, on to the third reason. Any type of change in financial situation, good or bad. Say one spouse wins the lottery, or more realistically, receives a large inheritance. While this money will be considered a separate asset if you're married, so long as you didn't commingle it, actively manage it, or put it in tenancy by the entirety's real estate. That's a lot of so-ases. A postnup can keep this money separate or provide a way to get it back even if you do something like that that would make the assets marital. Postnups are going to be specifically tailored for every couple, just like a prenup. There isn't just a standard form, as your relationship, finances, and family situation is unique to you. Because of this, it's a smart choice to find a legal team who has experience with postnuptial agreements to make sure everything is the way you want it and that the postnup is done right so it's enforceable if you ever need it later. Triangle Smart Divorce is here to help you before or after you get married. Give us a call.